Hi, welcome to Maths by Miss B. Today's video is about dividing fractions. So let's just have a quick look at these. Very similar to multiplying with fractions, except there's an extra step that you need to take before you multiply them. Because dividing by a fraction is the same thing as multiplying it by a reciprocal of that fraction. I will speak a little bit more about it in another video, but at the moment these are just the steps that can be taken in order to do these calculations. So for the first one, we've got 4/5 divided by a third. So the first thing you need to do is copy out the first fraction, flip the second fraction over, so turn that upside down, and change the sign. So it becomes a multiplication. So you're multiplying it with the reciprocal of the second fraction. So as you may or may not remember from the last video, when you're multiplying with fractions, you are simply multiplying the two numerators together and the two denominators. So in this case, it would be 4 times 3 along the top and then 5 times 1 along the bottom. So 4 times 3 is 12 and 5 times 1 is 5. Okay, so just to rewrite that, because at the moment it's an improper fraction where the top number is bigger than the bottom one. So you can just work out how many 5s can you make out of 12. Well, that you can make 2 whole ones out of 12, and there's a remainder of 2 which you write over the denominator. So the answer is 2 whole ones and 2/5. So just going back to that second line of calculation where I flipped the fraction and changed the sign. Another easier way of remembering this is to say KFC, keep, flip, change. So you're keeping the first fraction, you are flipping the second fraction, and you are changing the sign. So you're not necessarily doing it in the order that it's appearing when you read across, but KFC does kind of help in case you are likely to forget as to what to do, which order to do these. Okay, right, let's just have a quick look at the second example. Again, let's just write out the first fraction because we're going to keep it. We're going to flip the second fraction and then we're going to change the sign. So keep the first, change the second, and sorry, I'll say that again. Keep the first, flip the second fraction and change the sign. Okay, now once you've done that, again, it's a case of multiplying the two numerators and the two denominators. Now, the other idea I did bring across was if you want to do some cancelling before you do the calculation, it does make it a bit easier towards the end of your answer, if you like. So I can work out how many 3s go into 3 and I can cancel that with this 9. So 3s into 3 go once, 3s into 9 go 3 times. Same with the 7 and the 14. 7s into 7 go once, 7s into 14 go twice. And then because now you've got it all worked out, all cancelled already, so you can just multiply across now. 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 3 is 3, so 2/3. You didn't have to cancel first, you could have just done 3 times 14 and then 7 times 9 and then cancelled right at the end. Okay, right, third question I have here is just to throw some mixed numbers in there for you with dividing. So let's see what we can do here. Now, as you may remember, I did say if you're working with mixed numbers, the best thing you could possibly do before doing any kind of calculations is to turn them into improper fractions by starting with the denominator, multiplying it by the whole value and adding the numerator. Okay, so 7 times 1 is 7, add 2 is 9. So that's going to be 9/7. Okay, we've still got the divide sign at this stage. The one on the right hand side, 3 1/4, you can do 4 multiplied by the whole value, so that's the denominator multiplied the whole value, add the numerator. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1 is 13. So that's 13/4, write it over the denominator. And then you can begin to do what I did in the first two examples. Keep, flip, change. So we're going to keep the first fraction, we are going to flip the second fraction, and we are going to change the sign to a multiplication one. And then it's a case of just simply multiplying across. So you're going to do 9 times 4 along the top, 7 times 13 along the bottom. So 9 4s are 36, 7 13s are 91. I didn't do any cancelling initially at this stage because there wasn't really anything there I could cancel top and bottom. So, and 36 over 91, excuse me, doesn't cancel down to anything else. So that's your final answer. Okay, so here we go. That was today's video on dividing fractions. Hope it makes some sense to you. Please let me know if there's any particular topic you would prefer me to go through. I'd be happy to actually do that for you. Okay, thank you. Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe if you are enjoying these videos or you are finding these helpful. Thank you. Bye for now.